What's up, YouTube? Jeff, your Style O.G. And on today's video, I have my review of the Sutro Charlton work boot, and I'm going to give you my take on whether it's the most stylish work boot you can pick up. If you're new to the channel, we release a new video every day at 4 p.m. Eastern, discussing various men's lifestyle topics such as style, grooming, and dating. I invite you to subscribe and tap that notification bell and join us. And to my returning friends like Sophie R. Kim, salute. Now, I've been in the market for the last few months for a new pair of work boots, but you know I'm the Style O.G. They needed to be work boots, but I also needed them to be stylish. And fortunately, Sutro is a company that reached out to me a few months back and asked me did I want to try a pair of their shoes. Looked through their website, and luckily for me, I came across a really good looking work boot. Now, a little background about the Sutro Footwear company. They're a San Francisco-based company that's been in business for over 35 years that specializes in providing handcrafted, handmade, one at a time, quality footwear for men and women. And that's what we have here with this Charlton work boot. Handcrafted, one at a time, handmade. Now, once I received the boot, I was very impressed with both the looks of it and the quality of the construction right out of the box. So I decided to go ahead and do a partnership with Sutro on this video. So yes, the video is sponsored. What I'm gonna do on the video is break down the boot piece by piece, tell you what I think about the looks of it, the quality of it, and the construction. And we're also gonna do it on foot to see how comfortable they are, see how they fit, see if they're true to size. Just gonna do a complete review for you. Not only was I able to score a pair of these boots, I also scored a $25 off discount code for you guys. Just use Style O.G 25 at checkout to get $25 off your purchase, excluding sale items or accessories. So now that we have that background out of the way, let's get into the breakdown of the Sutro Charlton work boot. Now, the first thing I noticed about the boot when I pulled it out of the box, I love the smell of a high quality leather shoe. Kind of rich, earthly, sweet smell that you have of a nice quality leather. It doesn't have that synthetic plastic type smell that you get from a lower quality shoe. Definitely passes that high quality leather smell test. Now, as I mentioned to you guys earlier, I really was looking for a work boot that was a little bit more on the stylish side. And that's what I like about these. Now, when you have a traditional work boot, it can tend to be a little bit more bulbous. As you can see with these, they're a little more sleek than your average work boot, giving them almost a dress boot look. Very stylish, very smooth looking boot. Now let's talk about the leather that's used on this boot. We're talking about an oil waxed tan leather that's hand finished with natural cream. So we're talking about natural oils and natural creams that are used to make these handmade boots. Now let's talk about the construction of the boot. Now, of course, we got the handmade leather that's triple stitched through a leather midsole to a Vibram rubber outsole for optimum comfort and traction. Now, if you're anything like me, when you're looking for a boot, especially a work boot, you're often looking for that Vibram sole. Industry standard for traction, non-slip. You're not gonna fall on your behind when you have the great traction of the Vibram sole. Now, of course, with the work boot, more than likely you're gonna wind up beating it up. That's why I'm glad these come with Goodyear welt construction. Now, if you're not familiar with Goodyear welting, it's something that's used on high quality shoes, including boots, that allows you to re-sole the boot once you wear it down. This enables you to get much more life out of your shoes, including these boots. So the fact that they have Goodyear welting, a big plus for these boots. You also have a darker hued, full grain leather that is used to trim the edges of the eyelets and the upper. Now, as far as the height of this boot, we're talking about a 5.5 inch shaft. Nice medium-sized work boot to me. Now, another feature I like about this boot is the Gusseted Tongue, which is kind of styled after a military style boot. Now, the Gusseted Tongue does a good job of preventing sand, pebbles, dirt getting into the boot the way it's constructed between the tongue and the upper. You know, there's no worse feeling than a pebble in your shoe. So I love the Gusseted Tongue that helps reduce the chance of the dirt getting inside the boot. Now, as we take a look at the laces, we got some nice flat, waxed, premium laces. Good touch, really like the laces, high quality laces in my opinion. And also a nice touch are the eyelets. We got these antique metal eyelets going up the boot, and you also have these speed hooks at the top to secure the laces in. Nice touches on the boot, nice little detail. Not only do we have the nice full grain upper leather, we also have a full glove leather lining on the inside of the boot. Of course, one of your concerns, or at least my concern when putting on the boot, especially a work boot, is comfort. And in these Sutro Charlton boots, they provide a premium cushion insole that's removable. So hopefully when I try them on, they'll be pretty comfortable. So now that we talked about the look and the construction of the boot, it's time for the moment of truth. Time to throw these bad boys on foot and see if they're comfortable. And as you can see, I just quickly threw them on with these pair of jeans just to walk around a little bit, see if they're true to size and how they feel. Now first off, they're definitely true to size. I wear an 11.5, the size fits me perfectly. And as far as comfort, they're definitely pretty comfortable. You can feel the cushioning of the insole, and of course that Vibram outsole always adds comfort to a work boot. So as far as comfort goes, just with this little bit of walking around in the studio a little bit, very comfortable boot. So as far as my take on the boots, they hit the mark in a lot of areas. First, of course, I was looking for a stylish work boot. Definitely very stylish boot, especially in this honey color. And the construction and quality of the boot at the price point, I definitely think they knocked it out of the park. Now, one of the trade-offs you're gonna have with the naturally finished leather boot is that these aren't gonna be waterproof. To have any item be waterproof, you're gonna have to treat them with more synthetic chemicals, and Sutro doesn't do that with these boots. Now what they suggest, and I suggest as well, if you want to add a little bit of protection for the boot, I would use some mink oil. Now as far as my overall take on the boot, very well made, high quality construction, great price point, and of course, they look good as well. I'm going to put these boots to the test over the next few months during the winter, doing a little work in them and a little styling in them as well. And I'll do a follow-up later on after I've had a chance to put some miles on. So overall, I'm very pleased with these Sutro Charlton work boots in the honey color. Really love the color, style, and construction. I highly recommend you take a look at these boots and the other offerings Sutro has. And don't forget, I secured you a $25 off discount code. Use Style O.G 25 for 25 bucks off anything other than sale items and accessories. So are these Sutro Charlton some of the most stylish work boots I've come across? The answer, a definitive yes. Okay, so there you have it. My review of the Sutro Charlton work boots in Honey Vibram. Once again, I want to thank our sponsor, Sutro Footwear, for partnering on this video. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, hit that like button. Helps the channel to grow. And of course, tap that notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos we release every day at 4 p.m. Eastern. And I'll check you out tomorrow.